Greg, when you think about the offensive rhythm, especially just these past two games, like, what have you noticed is different about the shots that have been created?
I feel like it's, we've been emphasizing just getting to the paint a lot more and just getting back to our drive kick swing. And, we got a lot of great players and shooters on our team, so we're just making sure everybody knows that when you're open, take those shots and make them. And I feel like that's been the case so far.
What's the biggest way you've noticed the gravity that Sam Merrill has changed these past two games?
I mean, it's obvious out there. Like even when he's not getting the ball, like, you have to respect him, and it just opens up so much space for everybody else to just operate. And it's like I said, evident. I mean, he's the player he is because he draws that attention, and he can shoot lights out. So it's just a nightmare for defenses.
When you look at a game like tonight, where you had so many players in double figures, and from the bench, I mean, you had Jalen Tyson coming off the bench, Thomas Bryant. What is the mentality of you guys coming off the bench right now?
We know, our job is just to come in, bring energy, give these guys any lift we can, and like I've said before, we got 15 to 18 guys that can be rotational players, and we know what our roles are, and we know we got to come in and play hard, and, that's a big emphasis for us. Sometimes it might be guys being out or whatever it may be, but we all know that we have a purpose here, and we try to make sure we deliver.
Obviously, you kind of mentioned it there, but the bench production just completely shifts when you have Jalen and DeAndre coming off the bench together. How does the floor spacing kind of shift when you have those two guys scoring production there?
I mean, it kind of goes back to, kind of like how teams want to view Sam and stuff, being a shooter. It's just, again, everybody on this team can shoot, I believe. And when you put all those different pieces on the floor, it's just hard. You got to, at that point, just pick your poison. And, a lot of times it works in our favor. I'm not talking to you. Come on, man. What's wrong with this guy? Still waiting on my Christmas present. Anyways, my fault. But I mean, the gravity those guys just draw in, it just helps all of us just overall be a collective group and just make plays for one another.
Jay is out there playing bodies with a lot of players. When you see him playing with that level of physicality, how important could that be, especially when we look forward to like a playoff series?
It's very important. I mean, Jay's always going to bring his all, and, he's always down there banging, and, there might be times where he doesn't get the ball and he might have to get garbage buckets or whatever, but one thing we know is Jay's always going to play hard, and he's always going to bring it, so we always love him for that. Huh? No, not you. He ain't down there banging with nobody, man. Get out of here.
There's like four guards on this team you can play next to. Just what kind of luxury is it to be able to play, next to Alonzo, next to DG, Don, even TP too? I mean,
it just makes my job a lot easier. It makes me be able to pressure guys a lot and just take a lot of stress off of having to worry about guarding a guy full court all game and then trying to have to come back and score. We can always, with the combination of guards we have, we can pick and choose who does what at certain times, or we can all do it at the same time. So it just gives us that flexibility to just do it.
Craig, what are you seeing out of Darius lately as he gets, more, comfortable, like he was telling us the other day, more comfortable, more trust in the toe? Are you seeing that out there?
Oh, for sure. It's a battle. I know he wants to be out there always, and I know that toe probably still bothers him, but the player he is, he knows what we need out of him, and he's always going to deliver. We never have ever worried about that, and, he's finding his rhythm, his shots falling, and you can just see the joy out of everybody out there, so it's just a good sight.
I know you don't like talking about yourself necessarily, but 12-8-8, and going back to your Wichita State days is something that you were known for. Are you feeling just to get the comfortability of having that kind of impact off the bench?
Yeah, it's just a type of role where, whatever's asked of me, I'm going to do. And some nights it might be 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, but I might hold a guy to whatever, and I'm okay with that. It just helps winning, and that's what it's all about.
And do you feel like your shot profile, your shot volume, especially from three, is increasing?
Oh, for sure. It's really just about taking them. In the past I might have pump faked or did whatever, and, it's just about taking them and making them, and these guys have the confidence in me. They always tell me to shoot it, so that's what I'm going to do.
Thanks, Greg.
Cool.